Stretches. What up, Nicole? Hello. Oh, where'd my blanket go? Oh boy. I almost didn't go live tonight. I haven't gotten lazy. I'm just kind of like, yeah, those nights where you just don't want to talk to people. But you know that if you do talk to people, you're going to have fun. Body's like, yeah, but peace and quiet and nobody. And it's like, yeah, but there's nights that I don't actually even want to get off because I'm having so much fun. So, it is what it is. Pero mira, Bad Bunny, pa' que lo sepa. Para los que no saben, Bad Bunny. Crystal, what are you talking about? Well, like, you know, the Super Bowl is going to be, like, in all Spanish by a Puerto Rican, and the best part is they can't deport him because he's Puerto Rican. Ah! It's going to be great. Oh, my God. I'm like, dude, if he brings Mark Anthony on stage, I promise you, you can turn off the TV and you will hear every Latino across the United States of America screaming their lungs out. Just gotta say that. What up, Talia? Like, it's weird. My brain is mentally preparing, but doesn't want to. I have to actually, like, go to the office. It's not hard work at all. I'm just, like, mentally, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to leave my apartment. Zena, I know I heard you. Oliver, can you, like, for once in my life, not lay on top of the cable? That's all I ask. Just cozy up, not on the cable. Hi, how's it going? Okay. I think I'm ready to start, TikTok's giving me a weird thing. I'm ready to start reading. I am still... Oh, hey. No, I'm not ready to start reading. I haven't put my dragon up. You're not gonna live there, by the way. I'm putting my timer there. Oh, boy, oh, boy. TS... Hang on. TikTok's blocking the chat with a bunch of stuff. Oh, yeah. Is the hurricane moving? What is this? Go away. I saw something about the hurricane, like, the hurricanes are knocking each other off, or something like that. Sorry, I forgot to get my dragon. This is my fault. Crystal, how dare you? I know, it's horrible. You're not gonna live there. Xena's gonna give me hell, I know it. Okay. I need you to get off. I need you to get off. Xena. I'm gonna pick you up. You're not gonna like it. Oh, bringing wind and rain. Yesterday I had crazy allergies and I was waiting for like some kind of storm to kick in. Alright. You can be on the chair. On the chair. Stop it. Stay, Stay right there. Boom. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. I love you. Okay. I am going to be hopefully finishing tonight, because dang, I've been sitting on this book for a while. A Steeping of Blood. This came out last week on Tuesday. It is book 2 to A Tempest of Tea. Easiest way to summarize it, you got 6 of Crows with vampires. It's great. Is the sound glitching, Brista? Let me know if the sound is glitching. I don't see any reason why it should. I'm also not listening on YouTube. For those on TikTok, I'm also on YouTube. For those on YouTube, I'm also on TikTok. Every few seconds, the sound cuts out. I am not seeing any cuts on my end. That was my head. Yeah, I'm not seeing any cuts on my end. So let me know. Okay. And you're gonna leave that alone. Alright, let's go ahead and start, because my cats are gonna keep, like, doing stuff. So you guys go 1 minute to grab your drinks and all that jazz. I don't want this blanket, but I also don't want shorts. Let me change real quick. Okay, that's way better. The worst part about this room is that this is the hottest room in the house. So it gets very warm very quickly. Okay. Alright, everybody. 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting, everyone. How did that go for you guys? I don't know how many pages I read. It's getting good though. Alright. Lower that a little bit. Oh my gosh. If I wasn't doing reading sprints, I'd probably be going to bed like at 9 o'clock every night. Maybe 8:30. Going to bed sounds amazing right now. I have so much reading to do. I'm reading this one. Oh my gosh, wait, what? I don't know why I thought I had 100 pages of. I don't have 100 pages, I have 200 pages? I am not finishing this book tonight. Gosh darn it. Hello, hello. What up, Billy? Page 25 for Cassie, 308 for Amy. You finished Onyx Storm. Lexi, did you read it? A physical book, or did you listen to it on audiobook? No spoilers, anybody. Same rule as always. Let's see. Move that over. 13 pages for Ron. Excuse me. You're supposed to be 300 and something, not 400 and something. Loving Trial of a Sun Queen. I feel like I've seen that one in stores already. Physical book. Okay. Okay. I feel like the ending of Onyx Storm hits harder if you're reading the physical book. Again, no spoilers, but you know what I mean. What up, Petra? 235 for Billy. Just started Somewhere Beyond the Sea. Somewhere Beyond the Sea. Have I seen? Oh wait, no. Somewhere Beyond the Sea. I'm like, have I seen that one? Let's go, Ron. I believe in you. 100 pages left. In Defend the Dawn. Nice. So excited for the ending. I still need to read that series. Let's see. Somewhere Beyond the Sea. Oh, okay, yep, it is exactly what I thought it was. It was part of the Cerulean series. Yes, I do remember that one. What was the other one? Trial of a Sun Queen. It is so hard to type with one finger. Trial of a Sun. Yep, I have seen that one. Okay, okay. I don't know what these books are about, but I've seen them in the stores. Just started The Nightingale, finally. I need to do that one. I think that one's going to be an audiobook for me. I do have the special edition, but I love listening to historical fiction, so I think that one's going to be an audiobook at some point. I did start this book on audiobook, but I had to keep pausing the audiobook to mark certain spots, and I was like, I gave up. I was like, nope, this is an annotation read, so put this audiobook down. I am currently listening to The Book of Doors. I have the UK version of The Book of Doors, so I'm listening to that. And then I have a cozy read I got at the dollar store last year called Bait and Witch. Yeah, all audiobooks. After Rebel Witch, I'm going to do the tandem read for Throne of Glass. Oh, nice. What up, miss? Book 3 is even better. I've heard a lot of things about that series, the Defy the Night series. I have it. I remember I was trying to find all 3 books last year, and I think it was book 2. I think it was Defend the Dawn. No, it was whichever one is blue, whichever book is blue, was the hardest to find. Like, I do a lot of used book shopping, and I can usually tell a book is really good if I can't find it in stores. So for months, we have like 6 or 7 half-price books around here, including the half-price book flagship. So usually one of them is gonna have whatever book I need. Easy. So you see Skazoos? You see my Minsung? You see? Hang on. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. Is it covering it? Okay, let me move this over a little bit. I don't know if you can see, but oh, you can't see on TikTok. No. I have the Walmart Minsung card, and it's like it's there with the Quokka and Leave It. Heck yeah. Defend the Dawn. Yes, Defend the Dawn was like one of the hardest books to find. And I remember like I think I drove like 45 minutes to finally find it. At one of the half price books. I was like, Jesus man, like no bookstores had it at the time as brand new. And yeah. So I was like, I'm sure it's a good series. I can't find it. Reading The Keeper of Hidden Books. So many tabs in this book. Ooh, reliving history? Hang on. Keeper of Hidden Books? Ooh, really high ratings on this one. Standalone. Ooh, is this take place? When do you take place? What time period are you? Are you World War II? Yes! During Nazi occupation in Warsaw. Wait, is she in London? Is this during the Blitz? I just finished reading a book. The Book Lovers Library takes place in London during the... Not the... Well, I think the London Blitz is part of it, but like during that portion of time in London and Nottingham. Ooh, I need to add this to my list then. How big is this? Close war series are dangerous life against the women and their families. Oh yes, I will mark that as want to read for sure. Thanks for the recommendation. Yeah, I'm a sucker for historical fantasies, historical fictions, especially if they take place during World War II. I am like obsessed with that portion in history, which explains a lot of my deep understanding in regards to the parallels that we are currently facing today. So, yeah. Thanks for the heart, me! Yeah, Book Lovers Library takes place during World War II London Blitz. The Flight Girls is kind of like a women empowerment book that takes place after Pearl Harbor in the United States, and it's a group of women that are hired to fly planes to certain locations and fix planes, and their struggle to try and like fight during wartime kind of thing, finding their place as women. What's another one? Oh, I didn't like that one. Heather Morris is a good historical fiction writer, but you have to remember that her books are loosely based on real events. So she'll take the name of a real person and fabricate kind of like their storyline, kind of like Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor, the movie, took people from real life, but kind of fabricated this story for like Hollywood visuals. So Heather Morris does a really good job of depicting a lot of, I guess, like the emotional side and the horrors that happened during, in Auschwitz, during World War II for a lot of the Jews, but don't treat her books as fact, but they're still fun to read. I thought I had more historical fiction than that. I really thought I had more historical fiction than that. Okay. I'm gonna have to add more to my shelf. I think I have more in my TBR. Like, I think I have Angels of Resistance, or Resistance Angels, I forget which one's that one's called. About these two individuals that, like, fit the German aesthetic and are used as spies, but they're not German. What other ones do I have? I think I have The Novelist of Berlin. Have not read that one yet. I've heard The Nightingale is in regards to World War II, but it's more like a romance that takes place in World War II. So as long as the historical details are mostly accurate, or as long as there's like a lot more emphasis in like the history. We'll see. We'll see. I have on my TBR called Glittering Hour. I haven't heard of that one. I think I'm gonna open my hot Cheetos on this one. Oh, thanks for the roses, Nicole. Thank you. I'm gonna open these now before it gets all loud. Because I am craving hot Cheetos. There we go. Oliver, that cable is not there for you to lay on. Oh my gosh. Can you, no, like get off of the cable, Oliver, off of the cable. Go. Happy reading. Alright. How did that sprint go? Come on. Let's see, I got to page. I'm not crawling through this book, just impatient. I just got home, gonna be focus sprints tonight. Oh, nice. Just had an oh my god moment. Put a tab on that. Chapter 5, page 45. Nice. Overtime because of the government. Oh god, that's coming too? It's gonna be great. Just add it to the list. Danny, just add it to the list. Ugh. 31% into your short story, page 151 of We Used to Live Here. Read 10 pages. Girl, I tabbed it! Yes. Almost 100 pages in Crown of Midnight. Page 52 for Arrowfire. Third way into Dungeon Crawler Carl. One day I will read that series. It is not in my priority series. I still have Sword of Truth and Shadowhunters before I ever pick up another one. And potentially Wheel of Time. I'm still debating on that one. Listen to it. Wait, what? Oh, that's the thing. The only way to listen to Dungeon Crawler Carl is to get an Audible subscription. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting Audible, so I'm not getting Audible. I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription only because it was gifted to me and it's still going, but I'm not paying for Audible. And unfortunately, Dungeon Crawler Carl is only available on Audible, so that sucks. It's a blast, but also more than I expected. There we go. Page 173 of Foxglove. Sound Booth Theater? That is the first I've actually ever heard of that. Let me move this over her. Sound Booth Theater? Everyone is talking about the dungeon crawl. Yes, so I have heard snippets of it. I've seen videos of the narrator, and it sounds freaking hilarious. And just the fact that the book has to do with the reality show and a talking cat, and it's an RPG mode, I'm like, sold across the board. I just don't have the books, whereas I do have books for the other series that I mentioned. Full cast audiobooks, immersive audio productions. So is this a subscription? About halfway through The Locked Door by Frida McFadden. Oh, nice. Sound Booth Theater. The first thing I see is Dungeon Crawler Carl. Listen to episode 1 for free. Okay, I'm gonna leave this tab up so I can look more into it and see what their prices are like. Cause yeah, I don't want to support Audible, but I'm open to other ones. I DNF'd the Wheel of Time series after the second book. And that's the thing is, like, if I like the first book, I will push through. Like, it's gonna take, like, 2 or 3 books sucking for me to not care. So, Wheel of Time, I feel like I might like it. We'll see. Oh, Kendra, no, we're definitely here for you. Aw. I hope to always just be that place of zen. Please come crawl in. You do not always have to read a book. You can just bask in the music, on the floor. I've had those nights. Main character cat name is Princess Donut. Yes. That's another reason why we need this book. The cat's name is Princess Donut. Absolutely. Yes, vibe with us. Vibe with us. He who fights with monsters is good too. Let's look this up. He who sorry. Sweet Tooth Monsters. I don't know if I've actually ever seen this book before. Oh, I feel like I've seen this. This is like an RPG as well, right? No? And how many books do you have, dear friend? Finally done feeding puppies! Yay! Reminding me of Moana then? Yes. What is that? What is that chicken's name? Oh, I forget. I'm not even gonna guess. And Goodreads decided to stall. Okay. So there are... These books are gorgeous. These books are like something out of Final Fantasy. For real. 12 books. I don't think I'm gonna read that anytime soon. It sounds awesome. I don't think I'm gonna read that anytime soon. I really gotta knock out some series from my bookshelf. Hey, that's his name. Hey, that's right. Up to 12, and I believe he's still writing, but had a medical crisis. Oh no. Valid, taking a break. Page 400 of Iron Flame. I'm glad Riddick brings you joy as well. That's the other thing too, is like, I have not had, like, I have in all of my books, I have a funny tab. A tab for funny moments. And not every book has to have comedy. Obviously, there's really amazing books that, you know, like, I'm not expecting to find any comedy in this book. I'll still put a funny tab just in case. But it's just, it occurred to me that I just don't have a lot of books with funny moments. It's like, I need to find something with a little bit more comedy. I'm reading Death is in the Details. Oh, nice. Patiently waiting for you to read the 5th season. Hang on. You've told me about this. The 5th season. Oh, that's not gonna happen for a while. I almost read that. My local book club was supposed to read that, and I forget, I think I had to go out of town, so I didn't. But it's not on my priority list, so I don't know if I'll get to that. Working OT late into the evening, but this is helping to get through it. Yes. Just listen in on us. Just now joining. Hello! Got back from the fair. Which fair? I know the Texas State Fair opened up. I never go to the state fairs because I've only ever gone twice. Once, a friend paid for me and my brother's family, and he bought us tickets to spend. And then the second time, I had to work on a reality show, and we were filming at the state fair. Besides that, I don't understand paying to enter to then pay to enjoy. I am a cheapskate. I don't understand going to restaurants all the time because I could buy cheaper food at the grocery store. Like, for me, I'd rather spend money on books and experiences, and I can't justify going to the state fair. Me, myself. Like, I don't know if I'd have fun. 35% of Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. Started listening to The Stand. 47 hours long? I don't think I've ever read an audiobook longer than 21 hours. What up, Jesse? Our local county fair in Ohio. Gotcha. See the book trailer for Catabasis? I think I've seen behind the scenes. And I've seen teaser trailers, yeah. Which I think is a really fun idea. We used to call those... We would call those scissor reels. When you take an idea and turn it into like a visualization. Well, no, a scissor is a collection of images that already exist. So we would take snippets from other videos, other TV shows or whatever, put it together to kind of like tell our idea through those images. Creating something brand new. I mean, I think it's really interesting. Finished listening to Matthew Perry's book. Dude, it hits even harder in his voice. It does. State Fair, you pay to go look at cows and tractors and stuff. The rides are incidentals. Yeah, and for me, I never got the hype of it. I never got the hype of the fair. And I'm not, if you love the fair, that's awesome. Not against you. It's just me, like, I never understood the hype of it. Like, if I could go and pay no more than $10 to look around at, like, exhibits, I'm down for that. But, like, nowadays, it's like it's expensive, and then you walk in and everything's expensive. I'm like, what's the point? I haven't read the Poppy War series yet. I need to. How bad is the last book? I've heard things. I need to read the Poppy War series, and it was supposed to come up next because I was gonna meet R.F. Kuang. That got canceled, and then I had some arcs lined up. I'm hoping to read it, possibly late October or November. So I have to finish this one. I have the arc for this one, and I didn't finish it before the book came out, obviously. And then I started this book on audiobook, but then I transitioned to physical format, so I'm going to finish this book. It has a part 2. Then I have an arc that also already came out that I have in my Kindle that I have to read. Then after that, it's an open book, and I'm planning on either reading Poppy War or Solito, which is a book I just finished getting. About a 9-year-old that tries to immigrate from Honduras to the United States. Insane. It's expensive and it's hot and sweaty. Yeah, like I said, I've been there for work, and I'm just like, well, I don't get the excitement of it. I don't. November's your birthday! Ah, happy birthday, Kendra. Happy early birthday, sorry. Poppy War is good, but get your tissues ready. Yes. Yeah, so Sanctuary has an unofficial sequel called Solis. It's kind of like a companion. So. Alright, 30 minutes on the clock. Happy reading, everybody. turn? Page am I on? Alright, how did that go for everyone? Uh, 65%. Where'd bookmark go? Oh, there it is. Excuse me. Page 92 of Built to Move. 344 for Amy Reads. Things are hitting the fan in these last 100 pages. Nice. Thanks for the gift, Danny. 20% into House of Sky and Breath. Such a long book. Yeah. Made it to page 274 in Promise Me Sunshine. I got to page 50 of Play Nice. Finished a quiz and taking notes for a different module. College life. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss that. I know it sounds crazy. Nobody in college misses college until they're out of college, but I kind of miss it. Don't actually read the whole time and then chat the whole time. Super. I try to build the reading sprint live that I would enjoy. So everyone reads differently. So for me, it's like I'm a rule follower. So I'm like, no talking, we talk. Page 448 of Wings and Ruin. Ashley, did I already tell you about the last 100 pages? No spoilers. Just make sure you record your reaction. Whether or not you post it, if you post it, tag me. But just record your reaction because in the last 100 pages, you go through every emotion that exists. Good and bad. I miss college. Don't miss the cost of college. True. I went to a college that was super, super affordable. And I was getting veterinary aid from my dad. So the government was sending me a check every month for living expenses. And basically I was getting paid to go to college. So I never took out, I will never take out loans for college. This time this is my master's. This is passion for work. Gotcha. My favorite book in this series, same. Lady Cab Driver, my stomach was kind of the same on, was it yesterday? It might have been yesterday. So I know on Sunday I had a horrible allergy day, strong allergy attack. Saturday I was recovering, but then I had a stomach ache at Sunday. Yeah, and then I had a stomach ache at night. So like I totally get it. 8 pages. I forgot that I hadn't done Wordle today. Oh no. No. That would have been horrible. Don't miss your streak. I never played Wordle, but I had several friends that would like post on Facebook daily their Wordle stuff. And I guess everyone gets the same word every day, I think. How many more sprints? That is the magical question. Because I started late, I'm willing to do... Because I try to finish by 10. But I did start late, and I do have to wake up early tomorrow morning. I'll do 2 more sprints. Middle schoolers loving Wordle is amazing. That is good. Especially if they're like not cheating and they're like figuring it out. Yeah, this past weekend, I wanted to go live, and literally that was it, like, on Saturday. So the video that I posted today on TikTok that showed me going to Little Free Libraries, if you look at my face, it's red. That's because between takes, like, I was, all day Saturday, it was, like, aggressive sneezing, snot fest, medicine. Like, Saturday was bad. And then Sunday, my body felt like it was recovering from the flu, because that's how aggressive the allergies were on Saturday. So on Sunday, not only was I recovering, but then I had this horrible stomach pain. So I just like, there was no going live. But yeah, it absolutely sucks. I was actually looking online at Reddit because I'm like, why do I get these aggressive flare-ups? I thought it was because of the rain, right? But like the last 2 flare-ups have had nothing to do with the weather. I'm like, is there what is it? Apparently there's like a whole Reddit thread of people that have the exact same symptoms as me, where it's like, we're totally fine. And then one day out of the blue, we have an entire day of aggressive, and when I say aggressive sneezing, it hurts your throat. Like, you can't hold it back. Like, it is aggressive sneezing, runny nose, sinus pressure, sinus congestion, headache. Like, it just feels horrible for one whole day. And then the next day, your body's recovering, but otherwise you're fine. You're not sneezing, no sinus issues, like... There's a ton of people that have this exact same situation, and no doctors have told them what it is. They're like, oh, you could be allergic to something. They've all taken tests, and none of their tests came back positive for anything. They're like, oh, it could just be like a histamine flare-up, a histamine build-up. And they're like, that's not answering what I need to do to make sure it doesn't happen again. Like, what do I have? So it's a thing that happens to people, and... From all the Reddit threads and forums that I could dive into this past weekend, nobody knows why it happens. It's great. Because quite literally, the day that I have the allergy flare-up, I feel like I have a really bad cold. Like, my body starts to get really sore. And again, it's just like, I'm just exhausted from the sneezing. And then the very next day, it just feels like I got off of the flu and my body's still recovering. What up, Lay? Something similar. Bad allergies for one day. Yeah, if I sleep all day, I do recover a little faster. The problem that I have is, for those of you who have been with me long enough, this is happening like 2 to 3 times a month. 2 to 3 times a month where I'm just like, can't move, can't function. Aw, thanks for the cats! But there's no pattern. It's not a food situation. It's not... We don't know what it is. Yeah. And a lot of people have gotten tested. They don't know what it is. So... I've switched allergy medicines. I've taken allergy medicines. Like, I know what I can do... Excuse me. To lessen the duration. But once it's there, it's there. Once I'm sneezing, I am sneezing. All I can do is... Get hiccups? Hang on. Okay. All I can do is, like, do certain things to kind of lessen, the sinus pressure, to lessen the headache. If I lay down, I just gotta have, like, a big ol' swaddle of, like, toilet paper to catch all my boogers. But it's just, like... I know what to do once I have it, but it's the problem of, like, we don't know what it is to prevent it from happening. So, that was my weekend. That's why I didn't go live, because I told you guys I wanted to do a readathon. I was going to do a readathon Saturday. And I remember waking up at 9, and I was getting ready for it. Like, I had all my stuff organized, but I couldn't stop sneezing. And I was like, alright, well, let me just go and do... I was going to do Little Free Libraries on Sunday. I decided, let me do that on Saturday. Maybe being outside... will help this go away. Like, maybe it's not the allergy attack, maybe it's just like something happening right now, because sometimes going outside helps me out. So I went outside, did the Little Free Libraries, and nope, it just kept getting worse and worse, and I'm like, oh no, this is just an allergy flare-up. Doesn't matter where I am. And yeah. No lives. I'm glad I didn't go live, because that would have been horrible. Having to, like, just shut it down after, like, an hour. It's not Texas weather. I don't know what it is, but it is what it is. Didn't even have rain yet. We're still waiting on rain to happen. Would you ever do a 24-hour readathon live? I've tried it. I will tell you right now that I probably would not do well at night. I could do a 12-hour. I almost did a 12-hour this weekend had it not been for what I went through. Like, I was seriously going to do a 12-hour readathon going from 10 to 10. And it didn't happen. I love summer. I don't want it to end because then it gets cold. And, like, when it's cold, I can't move. I cannot think, I cannot function. I am so grumpy. I have like a million heaters running in my office. I hate the cold. And then my apartment building has like zero insulation. So the cold gets in everywhere. I have blackout curtains, I have thermal curtains, I have blankets against all the baseboards. Like, it is the way that people like it's almost like a war zone the way I set up my apartment against the cold drafts, because it gets so drafty and because I get so cold. The readathon. One day, I don't like to commit to readathons only because my schedule's crazy. That's why I don't like to schedule them. So I'll let you guys know when the next one's coming up. I will say, what is my schedule even look like? Let's see, next month. What does next month even look like? Yeah, I might be able to do it towards the end of October. I know we have 2 huge projects coming up. I'm not looking forward to that. I will be out of town for a full week next week. That'll be fun. Alright, 30 minutes on the clock, everybody. Happy sprinting. Oh man. That was good. Whew, how did that one go for you guys? Stuff is happening. 314 for me. 73%. Yes, I will surpass 75% in this sprint. Good night, miss. 362. You're reading Warstorm? That's the last one, right? read Broken Throne after that, if you've read Cruel Crown is like the little novella book. Those novellas are actually in Broken Throne, but Broken Throne I think has like 2 more novellas that take place after the series ends. So I didn't know that. I picked up Broken Throne and I was like, I'm pretty sure I've read this before. So like I think it's the first 2. I think it's the first 2. 66% for Ashley. My friend, I need you to finish. It's good though. This is really good. Like I said, it's like Six of Crows with vampires. I'm going to read Broken Throne next. Okay, awesome. So yeah, if you've already read Cruel Crown, you've already read some of those. If you have not read Cruel Crown, there are... Let me see. Maybe it's 3. Okay. So Queen Song and Steel Scars are the 2 novellas that you can read right now. And then the other ones you read after the series. Page 183 of The Locked Door. 10 pages to go. Yeah, Ron, you're finishing it tonight. Lucky you that I'm doing one more sprint. Mm-hmm. Alright. The whole Shadow and Bone series from the library? Heck yeah! You'll finally understand. You're like, she's talking about Six of Crows with vampires? I don't get it. Six of Crows is the best duology in the whole series, but again, to really fully enjoy the puns and the references, read the trilogy of Shadow and Bone first. So, I enjoyed it. I loved it. There's a lot of people that didn't like it because I felt like it was too long and it dragged, and I think those are the people that like 200-page books. I could be wrong. I'm just saying, I loved it. I did not like the last duology, but I think that's because my favorite characters were not in it. So that is not a fault of them. I love the Six of Crows. Yeah, so there's a character in A Tempest of Tea. This is book 2, A Steeping of Blood. There's a character in here that, like, reminds me. I mean, it really just feels like the Six of Crows gang. Minus an edge, but you have, like, your Kaz type character. You have your Jesper type character, and they're, like... I can't stop picturing Jesper in this book. It's hilarious. But it's really good. I think they did a really good job with the TV show. The TV show was a combination of the trilogy and the duology together in the same timeline as opposed to one after the other. But they did, like, if they ever decided to turn it into a TV show, they cannot have a more perfect cast. Chef's kiss to the casting of Shadow and Bone. It was absolutely perfect. What up, Saturn? Much more of the Crows crew. Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, in the show, they were combining both storylines. So, as opposed to having Shadow and Bone and then having the Crows, you had to understand Shadow and Bone first, and they would sprinkle in the Crows. So they were trying to take care of that. Yeah, one more sprint, Ashley. I normally get off at 10 p.m. Central, but I started late, so I'll stay a little late. But I don't stay up super late. Netflix canceling the show. Yeah, what pisses me off is Netflix cancels Shadow and Bone. Amazon Prime cancels Wheel of Time. But what did they both do? What did they both do? Let me show you what they both did. Let me show you what they freaking both did. They both freaking put a permanent logo on their book. They put a permanent logo on the book cover to the show that they canceled. That's why I stopped buying the Wheel of Time books. I was gonna buy them all and then read it. Now that it's not on Amazon Prime, I'm hoping they do a reprint of the series. But yeah, that, like, That ticks me off. Like, you're gonna put a permanent marker on my books, but you're gonna cancel the show. And they had great views. They had fantastic views. So here's what I know is a situation. You're gonna get a little factual here. So in the film industry, when Netflix and Hulu and all them were introduced, there's a new media contract with the unions. So basically, because they were considered new media, they could pay crew less money. They could get more discounts. Like, basically, they were able to produce content at a way cheaper rate because they were brand new. 10 years pass, and it's time to renew the contracts. This is where the writers, was it the writer's strike? This was the beginning of the writer's strike, and then it went to the film crew strike, IATSE union, because the Netflix and Hulu did not want to renegotiate for higher pay for the crew members, because they're like, oh no, but this is how we make movies. And they're like, yeah, but you're not new media anymore. You're the main media, so you need to be paying our crew the same amount TV shows and movies are paying crew, if not more, because you guys are main media now. So they were like gypping film crew and charging us or paying us pennies to make their content because it didn't come out in theaters. It came out in streaming services. Like, the being on a Netflix TV show was like a bad taste in your mouth if you're in the film crew. We knew a Netflix TV show meant we were getting paid crap, we were getting treated like crap. So when you come across a TV show like Shadow and Bone, when you come across a TV show like Wheel of Time, like, these are giant shows that need a ton of money to produce because of all the special effects, because of everything that goes into it. And if you don't have that funding, if you're trying to do everything super, super cheap and you can't even afford to pay your crew their union required rates, you have to pull the plug. So the way I see it, I think, quite honestly, these shows just got way too expensive for them to make, and you can't go back. Like, it's almost like you set the bar, you set the expectation, you can't go backwards on that, and they couldn't afford to keep going at that same rate. So I think Wheel of Time, and I think Wheel of Time and I think Shadow and Bone would have continued had it been a regular TV series, not a streaming service, because streaming services, I don't know how their income levels work. I just know that film crews are still treated like crap when we're on those shows, when we're working on those. So here's the thing with Fourth Wing. Fourth Wing, I think, is getting a new line producer, or is it line producer or UPM or what's the word? Not line producer. Showrunner. So here's the thing is, a lot of books are being slated for movies or slated for shows. That means nothing. That means nothing. The only time you should pay attention is if they start casting. Because quite frankly, Paramount could be like, I buy the rights for that book, and we're gonna have a showrunner. Okay. That means absolutely nothing. All they did was stop anybody else from making the movie or making the TV show. That's all they did. So they could be sitting on those rights forever and nothing will ever get made. Like, what's one that just got pulled? I think like Akatar, for the longest time, it's like, yeah, they bought the rights. And it's like, guys, we haven't heard anything. And then sure enough, they're like, oh, we're not gonna turn it into a TV show or movie or whatever it was. So if somebody says they bought the rights for this book to be a movie or for this book to be a TV show, don't get your hopes up until you hear them start casting. Once you hear them start casting, that means a script is officially being finalized. That means production is actually, like, we work pre-production 3 to 4 months before the show even starts. So if pre-production isn't even happening, like, nothing's happening until you start hearing the word casting being thrown around. Film crews should be paid. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Like, a lot of people will come to Texas and try and film something because we are a right-to-work state, which means we don't have union obligations. We do have some union shows, but there's a lot of things that they can film non-union and screw us over. So, good thing is a lot of film crew in Texas stand firm on what we deserve. Auction 3 times without it ever being produced. Yeah. All they do is buy the rights so that nobody else can make a movie or make a book from it, and basically you own it for a short time, but if nobody's actually casting, that means you're just sitting on it. Like, I'm pretty sure the Fourth Wing, the showrunner news, I'm pretty sure this is like the second or third time I've heard that. And I'm like, oh, they're jumping showrunners, like, this ain't gonna go nowhere. So... Alright, last sprint of the night, everybody. Happy reading, everyone. So I made a discovery about this book. This book right here. You guys know that I don't cry a lot in books. I don't. It takes like, it takes a lot to make me cry. Like on my shelf, 1, 2, yeah, I think there's only 2, maybe 3 books that have made me cry. Like I don't cry often. I probably would have sobbed if you guys weren't here. Like I did have to step away. And like I kind of saw it coming, but I thought, no, surely you won't. And she did in the worst way possible. So, A Tempest of Tea. This is book 2, A Steeping of Blood. I can't, like, I'm really hoping it's one of those, like, later on the book, it's fixed. I think the author just did that, and I can't believe the author just did that. Dude, I'm gonna be thinking about that for a while, because I cannot believe she did that. Okay. Anyways. Oh, so horrible. Like... It was so horrible. It was so horrible how she set it up. She set it up in such a way that you were like, you can't. Like, you can't do that. I'm not gonna forgive her for that. I'm not gonna forgive her for that. I don't care how this book ends. I do care how it ends. I care very much so how it ends. But I'm just like, that was rude. That was rude. It might have been worse than... What's that book called? It might have been worse than Morningstar. It might have been worse... It was bad. It was bad. I am gonna cry about that later. I am, because I can't stop thinking about it, and the more I think about it, the more mad I get. Like, I'm not even, like, getting better as time passes. I'm getting worse as time passes. I have no words. I have no words. I need there to be, like, a time machine. That's what I need. I need a time machine. For them to go back and just fix that. Oh, my heart. Okay, we're gonna end that. We're gonna end that. Because I am gonna cry later on. I'm just not gonna stop thinking about it. Oh, man. Okay. YouTube. Thanks for hopping on. Okay, I'm aiming to go live tomorrow between 6:30 to 7 p.m. Central. Aiming because I do have to go to the office tomorrow, so I'm really, really hoping that I can, like, leave the office on time. If I don't leave the office before 3 p.m., I'm stuck in, like, an hour's worth of traffic. So, hoping that doesn't happen. But YouTube, starting with you guys... Good night. Hopefully I'll catch y'all tomorrow. If not, definitely subscribe to my channel because then you'll get notified when I do go live. So good night, YouTube. Thanks for hopping on. And yeah, this book is a heartbreaker. Let's check it out.